Okay guys, let's learn about virtual inheritance that will help us to solve diamond problem. Well, that basically means that we will have this structure of inheritance. A will be at the top, it will be primary class. B and C classes will sit in the middle and they will grab stuff through public inheritance from primary one. So these two will be secondary. And we will have D class as a tertiary class, let's say, and that thing will grab stuff from both of these. Okay, not directly from here, but from these. Okay, so yep, let's start creating some code. Like class, let's say primary A will hold publicly available method that will just print stuff on a screen for simplicity reasons. So void print stuff, something like that, who cares, no parameters, of course, and cout I am from A class. End line. Okay, simple up till now. So let's get into middle section where we need to have two classes, like class secondary B, and actually that thing need to inherit from publicly available place in the primary class. Okay, and we will have we will have nothing in here for simplicity reasons, because the purpose of tutorial is to see how to have that virtual inheritance. Okay, so actual commands are not important here. And the same stuff for secondary C class. C class will be secondary C, and it will inherit from public section of course, primary class, and the same stuff here, no operations. Fine up till now. So D class will be tertiary one, let's say, and it will inherit from publicly available area of secondary B class, and also from area of secondary C class. So we are basically at the bottom of our diamond shape problem. Well, now actual operations here are also not important. So let's create a testing object down there to see in what kind of mess we will run into. Well, based on what? Based on D final class at the bottom of shape. So tertiary D class will provide us base for some object. Okay, and now when you say object and then dot, well, apparently you have access to primary class to print stuff method, but when you try to run it, you're gonna end up in error on line 28. And actually this is first time in these tutorials that you will see this type of error. Request for member print stuff is ambiguous. So basically we are trying to do something totally weird here. Like, I mean, when you look into code, it looks like totally possible, but at the end of the day, the compiler do have upper hand here. So compiler is basically complaining. So how to solve that by virtual inheritance? I mean, the thing is extremely simple. See here, this space, just type here virtual. And the moment when you do that, on both of these, you will solve that problem. So let's run our code, and now you will have access to that thing in the primary class. Very simple stuff. Now, here's a question. What's gonna happen if we create like an object based on a C class? Can we do that? Well, secondary C object, and when we type dot, then again, can we run this thing like successfully? Well, there you go, we can do this. But the moment when we forget one virtual here, then we will again be in problems. See? There you go. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it. Now, to be honest, I'm tired as hell and I need to shave myself definitely. because I'm sitting for days in this chair and recording these videos. Up till now we have 34 tutorials about C++ object-oriented approach, and I'm gonna stop here because I think that right now you have really nice base to go on your own research about specific things you want to solve with C++ and especially object-oriented way. So you have two options here. Like, you can watch YouTube tutorials, or you can start creating your small programs. I mean, the best option will be, in this case, to probably grab some book, I mean real book about object-oriented programming in C++. Because it's really nice to watch YouTube tutorials, but if you really want to get into details, you need to grab some books. Yes, there are a lot of free courses out there and paid one and stuff, but when you have book on your table and you're confident in your confidence that you can learn something and get like in nitty-gritty details, then that will mean a lot, not just for C++ but also for other languages. Well, honestly, I think that object-oriented in C++, if you survive it, all other languages will be like easy. No one is forcing you to stick with the C++. You can just safely go to Python and your life will be like totally easy when you compare that thing with this thing. But don't think that this time that you invested here is a thrown away time, because right now you have enough knowledge to go into any programming language and beat it like in a couple of weeks, basically, even days, if you have a good teacher. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna definitely shut up here. I need to grab something to drink, to eat. Anyway, thank you for watching, thank you for support and subscription, and see ya in next playlist that will probably about Python, because I really like that language. Thank you for watching, see ya in next one.